is it just me, or does it seem like there's some type of little agenda going on where it seems like the media or some folks in the media are trying to shift the narrative and or definition of what mass shootings are? Because I'm at work yesterday, and I'm in the break room at the TV on, the news is on, and I saw a story that came up about a shooting that happened outside of a recording studio in New Jersey, I believe, and a couple of guys got shot. I don't remember all the details. I'm not remember if anybody died per se, but a couple of guys got shot, hurt, injured, whatever. And they showed the replay, the surveillance of the situation, and it appears to be your typical, the guys standing out there, and some other guys ran up, I guess, some type of beef or whatever, and shot at them. I think some shots was fired back, whatever, right? And the thing that caught me though is, like, as the reporters are sitting there talking about it, whatever, they got the caption underneath, and it's saying some stuff, but then it has right under in mass shooting, such and such such, Jersey, whatever, mass shooting. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, that's not a mass shooting. I mean, I like to think I understand the definition of what a mass shooting is. And I like to think that, the masses at large know what a mass shooting is. And that wasn't a mass shooting. But then I remember that I saw some other stories recently here and there about maybe like some guys or some confrontation going down in a nightclub. Somebody had a gun in there or something. Some people, started shooting at whatever, and some people got hit. And they try to call that a mass shooting. And I'm saying to myself, no, I mean, these things have been happening forever. Like, again, some confrontation goes down, a fight break out or something, people get into some type of altercation, gun comes out, some shots are fired, people may get hit, randoms, strays, innocent people, whatever, their intended victim. But that's never been called a mass shooting before. But I noticed that there was like this little shift to where they're labeling these things as mass shootings. And I was saying to myself, again, are they trying to shift how the people start to think about it and consider what are mass shootings? Because are they trying to create a space for some type of legitimacy to the deflection when certain folks are trying to talk to crap about what's the Second Amendment, or they're trying to point fingers at people in violence, and then when it's brought up about mass shootings, the number of mass shootings, and who the main perpetrators are, is that deflection to, oh, but what about, or does that include gang violence, or this and that in the hood, or that over there, right? And I think the number one glaring example of that is the late Mr. Charlie Kirk, who, he was very well documented in, when he's in his supposed to be debates, right? And he's, he can begin to talk about whether it's whether he's talking about things pointed towards people of color when it comes to violence, or he starts talking about Second Amendment stuff about the guns and how he, whatever, and someone brings up to him about the mass shootings, right? And obviously the main perpetrators of things like that, he's quick to deflect with the, oh, but or does that include the gang violence, this, that, whatever. He does that, and he did it so much that, ironically as it is, as ironic as it is, he was killed in the middle of that deflection tactic. So I'm wondering, is this a situation where again, the media at large, or at least some folks within it, or people behind the scenes, are trying to shift the narrative and include these type of things as mass shootings to try to create some type of legitimacy to that deflection? As I said, am I the only one that's noticed that lately? I don't know. Get in my comment section. Let me know if you've seen anything or read anything like that recently, or noticed that little trend going on lately. Let me know. I'd love to hear from y'all. Let me know, man. All right. But till next time, peace.